Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing cannabis issues. Thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail. That's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, British Embassy Consul Updates Pattaya Expats. Good article, especially for British folks. If you're interested in, some information that came from your embassy, I'd check out that article. But the thrust of this video goes a different way, and we're going to quote a small excerpt, quoting directly. She also touched on the rise in the number of holiday Brits accused of trying to export cannabis from Thailand. And that's kind of the gist of the thumbnail in this, that Tony Stark from Avengers 1, where he's like, not a great plan. This isn't a good idea. If you're thinking you're going to come over here for a holiday and make a little extra money by taking a few pounds of the old hash back to wherever you're going, probably rethink that. Quoting further, those arrested in Thailand face charges of lacking an export license as cannabis was still considered a quote-unquote controlled herb. It's what it was always considered. I don't know why the press has brought this up. We've been talking about this since before it went legal. It was always a controlled herb. I feel like making a whole video on that. Like, I did a thumbnail where it's like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This has always been a controlled herb. That's why you needed licenses to even mess with it at all. So again, that said, export licenses are required, so you can get in trouble on the Thailand side for trying to do this, and as we'll see here in a moment, you can also get into real trouble elsewhere. Quoting further, but those arrested in other countries, usually at airports, could face very long prison sentences. Yeah, especially here in Southeast Asia, places like Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. They don't take kindly to issues surrounding international traffic, even of cannabis. Now, we all know here in Thailand, cannabis is not the boogeyman it's made out to be by many. But that said, other jurisdictions don't take the same view, and they still have laws on the books that are very stringent regarding the movement, especially internationally, of large amounts of cannabis. That said, quoting further, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office was frequently reminding British visitors to Thailand of the dangers in becoming a drugs carrier. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call cannabis drugs. I've talked about this in other videos. I don't really appreciate the attempt to conflate narcotics with cannabis. That being said, again, other jurisdictions have different views on the legality of cannabis. So those that are in Thailand looking to deal with this type of thing, first of all, make sure you're well within the law regarding licensure. And right now that might be rather difficult as the whole thing is rather fluid. That said, it is not considered a narcotic in this jurisdiction at this time. We will certainly be keeping people updated on this channel as the situation evolves.